Welcome back to the AFL Fantasy Banter podcast. I'm your host, Angus, and I'm here with...
He's here with Andrew, coach of the Logan Bogans. And what a fucking week that was.
That was
gross.
Interesting for me and for you as well.
That was one of the worst weeks of fantasy I've had in a while.
Yeah, there was a lot of hits and misses there. I think a lot of people weren't happy.
A lot of disasters, a lot of laid outs, and a lot of different team changes.
Man.
Just caused absolute chaos among anyone.
Carnage was hit by everyone. I don't think anyone was safe from that.
No, not at all. I was away for a lot of the weekend. I watched the Brisbane Carlton game at the Gabba with my man Dale. But with the weekend, didn't watch too much football.
No, neither
doing
did
a lot
I,
of Mother's Day stuff.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend for everyone.
Yeah, get her flowers and that.
Yeah, be the good
but yeah,
son.
I didn't pay attention to a lot of the games. So looking at how rank a lot of these players were, it was a big shock to me.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of the forwards.
Yeah, mate, don't get into that. Right,
we'll get into that in a moment.
do you want to get into your points scored and your rank move?
All right. Well, first of all, who has the green vest this week?
Yeah, me.
Yes.
Yeah, me again.
Yes. Another week, another win for the Logan Bogans.
Not gone forward since the podcast has started. I've gone negative every single week.
It's been a pretty unfortunate career so far.
It's getting better and better. Like, I'm losing less and less rank. So I think after this week, I'm going to start increasing rank, and I won't stop increasing rank.
Depends on the way you look at it. That's a pretty positive outlook on that.
I won't stop losing rank from next week. Mark my words.
Yeah, all right, roger that. Well, I scored a 21.44, which is very nice considering the carnage round we had. I moved up 650 spots, and I'm currently sitting at an overall rank of 2,770th.
It's nice. Like,
I'm looking really good.
You're having a rank positive move up that high.
Yeah,
that's a big win.
Considering the absolute rabble of rookies that I had to field last week, I'm definitely glad that was the outcome.
I actually don't think they've counted your score correctly, and they've got mine wrong. Because from looking at your rookies, I don't know how you've scored more than me.
I just chose the right primos. They're just doing their job.
Disgusting.
It was a very good week for me. And 21.44, I will take it in a week of carnage.
Take that every single day of the week. All right, and I scored 2,064, which meant I moved backwards 2,471 again. Nothing new. Overall rank of 25,568. I started inside the top 5,000.
Now you're outside the top 25,000.
5 weeks ago, did we start this?
Yeah, 5 weeks ago now.
5 or 4 weeks ago, and I've lost on average 5,000 spots a week.
Yeah, it's been pretty unfortunate, and thankfully you haven't pulled out the crazy green vest punishments yet, because it would be rough for you at the moment.
Basically shooting myself at this point.
Call it mercy on my behalf.
I need it.
Comeback time, I think. I think it's time for some big upgrades.
I'm actually not unhappy with my team. My team is fine. Like, it's actually good. It's just crap is happening every time.
Yeah, just carnage non-stop.
Something is always happening. So I'm not too happy, but I know I'll be fine in the long run.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I think picking the right primos and the right rookies is the best structure to go. I feel like a lot of the mid prices, such as one we'll talk about a little bit later in Broome, are starting to cap out, and it's turning into upgrade season. There's a lot of affordable options out there, especially now in the guts. So I reckon we can rip in.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I'll get into my trade from last week. So I traded in Sam Cumming and Bailey Dale. I traded out Lockie Jarks and Sam Grill. So 2 rookies out, 2 rookies in. I had 2 non-playing rookies out.
2 red dots out.
2 red dots, but man, Sam Cumming, 29. I had him on field over Jagger Smith, Angry Anderson. And who else did I have on field?
Yeah, just disastrous. Sam Cumming should have...
And Rechko was on my bench as well. So I had Rechko, Smith, and Anderson on my bench, and I fielded Cumming, and he was the worst out of all of them.
That sucks, man. But I tell you what, you traded out 2 red dots, so I guess that's something. Cumming just lost his CBA role, and I'm not really too sure.
So quickly.
There were red flags earlier in the week with how his shoulder was going to get surgery a little bit later, but
they were they've been saying they wanted to do that since he started. Why wouldn't you just go send him for surgery now? What's the point of getting game?
Have you seen their outs, Richmond? They've just been insane. They have like a best 23 in the injury list.
It's really sad for him.
It is sad.
If you have a number 7 draft pick who you want to play in the midfield, you know what I would be doing if I was a coach?
I'd be playing in the midfield, mate. Yeah, without a doubt. Sam Grill's management as well.
Yeah, late as well. Name it up early. It's not that hard.
I feel like he'd be in the same boat. He was due for a rest, though.
Yeah, he did.
Like that West Coast game, he was looking really lethargic. But him and Cumming need to be entrenched in their best 23 overall. I'm really interested to see how it plays out when Grill does return.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with Rechko. He should be in there every day of the
Should
week.
be in there. You happy with Bailey Dale as you're in?
Yeah, 86 with kind of Buderick coming back. He scored 114, Buderick.
I feel like that won't be the case every week, though.
That's what
I feel
I'm
like
hoping,
it could flip around.
100%. Buderick, first game back, wanted to get the ball in his hand, I'm hoping. Bailey Dale, 86 is fine. Still made money. His break-even still low. He'll be fine.
He did enough, and I said last week he'd average probably 85, which seems to be what Bailey Dale does every year.
Well, I'm hoping for a 95 from him, but if he's not averaging 95, he's going to be a trade-out eventually, in the proper upgrade season. So
yeah, just one to hold through the
holding through the buys basically. Yeah,
fair enough.
Let's go through yours, Julie.
All right, so my trades once again have changed last minute. It's what happens when you film a podcast on a Tuesday evening. So
and a lot of stuff happens every time.
Yeah, so with the Grill. Was it Grill out? I think it was Grill out.
It was Grill out.
Yeah, I had to provide some cover for myself. Oh, wait, no, it was Jai Sarong, sorry.
Yeah, Jai Sarong
So
out.
Jai Sarong was laid out. So I needed to not only field Grill, but I needed a backman option. Now,
D7 option.
I had Grill traded out all week.
Yeah.
He was gone for me. But instead, with Jai Sarong obviously going out with management of his hamstring, I decided to trade him instead. So I traded out Jai Sarong and Jagger Smith, who was just sitting as my utility being unused. And I went to Bodie Ryan and Lockie Ash. So I banked a good 8 points there off that massive upgrade. Really not happy with Lockie Ash. That was just a brain fade on my part.
I think he will be okay. So that round 13 bye. So
I just don't like how his role looked on the weekend.
I watched the highlight. He looked a bit lost out there, but I think
role.
he'll come good.
Yeah, so I'll be really interested to see how that plays out. But I got a little bit clouded by the fact he has the good buy as well. So even though it was a bit of a points hit last week, I'm fully convinced he'll go on a ton run again.
The Lockie Whitfield situation also, I mean, you were messaging me as soon as you found out about that. If he was in or out, you did a cover for him as well. If Whitfield was out, Ash was going to dominate because he would have gone to the back and dominated.
That is 100% true. And look, it could have been worse. My other two options were Zorko and Messiah. So it could have been a lot worse. So no, Lockie Ash, I wasn't super happy, but again, could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, so I had Messiah. I should have mentioned this in my point. So I had Messiah.
He flew over too.
Yeah, I flew over, didn't get up, and I had Pharaoh 43 on field to cover him. So if I had Naz and I didn't field coming, I would have scored the same as you this week and had a massive jump in ranking. So it's all those little 50-50 things. When they start coming the right way, my team is going to start going up again.
I said it last week. I foreshadowed that rookie roulette is real.
Oh, it's disgusting.
All those rookies that seem to be safe 80s and 90s on field is just not the case anymore. And there's only a select few like Milan Murdoch and Cook that can do that. Everyone else is free game.
It's not ideal. Okay, let's get into our AFL Fantasy Brownlow. So I will start us off with +1 going to Sam Flanders. Number 2, +2, Jordan Dawson, my captain, with 133. And then my man, Archie Robert, 157 +3. Let's delve into it with Archie Robert. He is my number 1 leader with 9 votes now. He's got three vote games. And then I've got a 4-way tie for second place still with Harry Sheasel, Cozzy Pickett, Will Ashcroft, and Nick Newman all tied in the second place.
This is craziness. It just shows how good Archie Roberts is.
Gun. Absolutely gun.
He must come into my team now. It has to happen. All right. Well, with my Brownlow, I'll give the 1 vote to Marcus Bontempelli on Friday night. While I was watching that Brisbane and Carlton game live, I didn't realise how good Bont was doing. Every time the ball came near him, it fell into his lap and he was able to get a disposal with it. He is incredible and no injury to be cited by the looks. He is looking juicy moving into the next couple of weeks. My +2 goes to Bailey Smith, who was my skipper. I VC'd Hugh McCluggage on the Friday. And went Bailey Smith as the captain, 127, and he had a quarter pounder in the last quarter to bring it home.
You can ask for.
Very nice. Speaking of bringing it home, my +3 in Jordan Dawson with his 133 was just incredible.
Oh boy.
What a return from him.
Yeah, needed that.
We did predict it a little bit, but he was once again awesome and is definitely a top 6 midfielder for the year.
So I had him captain, and you had Bailey Smith captain. We both actually helped each other out with that because I was going to have Naz captain. Last minute out, I go, Andrew, I need a captain. Do I go Cozzy or Dawson? I was thinking Cozzy.
Nah.
I thought Dawson was a safer 110, but Cozzy could have gone 130.
Could have gone the captain ranks, mate. Number 5 versus number 2.
Man, thank God I went Dawson there. And lucky for you, because you were going to go Ash, and you're like, don't go Ash or Baz. I'm like, go Baz. Baz is safer.
Yeah, this was, again, on the pretense of Whitfield being out. Because if he was out, he would have been my captain, probably. But yes, we definitely helped each other out for sure. But this is what we're here for.
That's exactly
what we're here for. We want to spread that to you guys and hopefully not provide shit advice.
Absolutely. And what's your leaderboard looking like at the
So
moment?
7 votes, Bailey Smith, topping the leaderboard. 6 votes, only polling in 2 games, goes to Jordan Dawson with his 6 votes. And then with the 4 votes is Braden Cook sitting at number 3.
The fact that Dawson has missed 3 games, is it 3 games he's
3
missed?
games,
and he's in your top 2 in your team
He's
at the
just
moment.
a jet.
So,
He is such a jet. So, welcome back, Jordan Dawson.
Killing it. All right, let's get into our Spud Farm.
This is going to be the longest segment on this podcast today. It is. Where do we even start
this?
This
is disgusting.
Why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, -3. Naz, I brought you in last week. You scored me 104 as captain, and then last minute, fly over to Darwin.
And he just went, you know what?
I don't feel like it. I actually just don't want to do it. So
he literally was just sitting in the box, just sipping his Coke Zero, just laughing in your face at that point.
Just like, fuck you and everyone that brought me in.
That is disastrous.
And then my -2, Sam Cumming, 29, the rookie to get of the week. This is the second week in a row. Rechko last week scored a 27. Then he scored well. I get Cumming in for a 29 on field. I fielded Rechko last week, fielded Cumming this week for their shit scores. I feel like Cumming can bounce back from this. I'm going to hold him till his bye. He'll make money.
He'll be fine, but whether he's fieldable is more the question.
Yeah. And then Cozzy Pickett, my -1, that bump that he had in the first 5 seconds, I think rattled him. So he almost got ruled out. I think that he thought he was going to be ruled out.
So he just gave up.
Bumped that West Coast player. I don't remember who it was.
Waterman.
Was it Waterman? Yeah,
Waterman.
and he thought he was out. And I reckon that really...
So he gave someone a clothesline, then had a sook after.
Yeah, and he was scared he was going to be suspended and gave up. So.
People are arguing he's like one of the best players of all time. Best players of all time don't just sook like that.
Nah, not all time.
That is a part of his game he has to work out.
He's one of the best players in the comp. Like top 10, I would say at the moment. But being able to score a 58, like having a floor like that without being... Oh, he did get tagged, I guess, but...
Yeah, but...
You should be able to break
Brady, he got tagged by... Oisin Mullen and Windhager and all those guys. James Jordan as well.
Yeah, and he
put up 90s in that. So copping a 50, that's pretty gross. Great as a non-owner, but pretty awful.
And then my honourable mentions for this one, because our teams were so bad.
Throw daggers at everyone at this stage.
Tanner Bruin, 63. He's been so good recently, but that 63 was pretty gross, but I'll cop it. I'm holding him. I think he's a hold, personally, for my team. And then this guy, I'm getting rid of him this week. Joshua Shelley, I spoke so highly of you in the first
Didn't you compare him to Harry Sheasel?
No, I compared him to Murphy Reed.
Okay,
I'm not stupid enough to go to Harry Sheasel, but I applauded this man for how well he's playing.
The way he played in the mid, he should have stayed there.
I don't get how he's been taken out. Dawson's out, and then Rankin's come in, and Rochelli's lost his spot as well.
Yeah, Dan Curtin got a couple of CBAs in this one too.
Scored right at the start of the game, I saw.
Josh Rochelli, the forward,
proper forward.
Proper forward. That is not a good hold, I don't think.
Not at all.
It's very interesting how Tanner Bruin scored a 60 against arguably the easiest matchup in Collingwood.
His role was different
but then versus North and got 100.
Yeah, his role was so different.
Role or not, those matchups in themselves just should have really been different. They should have been the opposite, I reckon.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, very bizarre for that one. So I'm actually glad he dropped a stinker because it makes me feel better about trading him too early. So, all right, let's go through mine.
Yeah.
Let's start with Brodie Grundy as my -3.
It was that bad,
54. Do you want to know a fun fact?
Hit me.
Over half of his score were hit outs.
Well, who did Sydney have?
They were versing North Melbourne. He versed Tristan Cherry. Yeah, but here's the thing. Cherry scored like an 80 as well. So it just wasn't really a ruck game. It was pretty bad. Brodie Grundy scored a 54 and literally half of his score was hit outs. So
27 hit outs.
Yeah, so he would have scored a 27 without his hit outs. So it was just a really quiet game. I didn't see him, so he gets my -3. Expect to bounce back this week, though.
Yeah, I think he'll be bouncing back for sure.
My -2 goes to my cover for Sam Grill in Bodie Ryan. 23. What the fuck is that?
He was averaging mid-80s in the VFL, and then...
He's coming off 23 disposals in the VFL, which got him his game. He had 90% of disposal efficiency. Now, he had a couple of nice little moments, like on an AFL front, so I'm hoping that was enough to just keep him in the spot a little longer.
What's his
Otherwise, he's an
now?
instant red dot.
So
he's still basement. So he's still basement, and his break even is now higher than basement. So his break even's 28 now. Yeah. So about 6,000 coaches jumped on last week. So I think all 6,000 of us are hoping that he gets another game. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. My -1 goes to Phoenix Gothard. He kicked 2 goals and scored a 37. So
your F6.
I was so impressed with the fact that he didn't even manage a 50 with 2 goals last week.
Crazy.
And then he said, "Hold my fucking beer. I'm going to score less than 40 with 2 goals." Pure forward pocket. That pushing up into the mid and wing role that he had.
Early on.
He doesn't have anymore. With Brent Daniels returning to the side.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, he's basically a forward pocket straight up now. So he can just rot on my bench for a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
He gets my -1. My honourable mentions will be going to my 2 trade outs, which are Jack Steele, who just disappeared.
Again.
And that's like 4 weeks of straight nothing.
Yeah.
Terrible. And Jacob Farrow, he was terrible as well, but somehow they didn't even get votes this week. That's how bad of a week it was.
Yeah, it's been a disgusting week, eh?
Yeah, terrible team. Not good. So Jack Steele's on the chopping block for me. So Farrow.
Same with me. All right, let's get into the games. We got Freo and Hawks. Disappointing for the Hawks. Really disappointing for the Hawks. I'm being honest.
We choked that.
Scores in that were shocking. Let's start off with your man, Luke Jackson. You traded him out.
Stop calling him my man. I don't own him.
He's your boy.
No, he fucking
Luke Jackson's your boy.
Nah. I hope he drops as soon as Sean Darcy comes back. Because if he doesn't, I'm going to be kicking myself.
He's the best rock in the comp right now.
He seems that way. And I hate watching Freo games. So watching that Freo Hawks game, as a Hawks supporter that doesn't own Luke Jackson, it wasn't a very enjoyable watch for me. Yeah, I would have thought that the Twin Towers in Ned Reeves and Lloyd Meek would have done him in.
Every single person thought that they would have just tightened up on him.
I'm pretty sure Reeves and Meek combined for basically what Jackson got.
Scored,
yeah, he just monstered them. And that's saying something for Reeves and Meek. He would have just run them
into the ground, I guess.
I think so. Just that versatility to play as a midfielder. Yeah. It was something just I saw in round 2, but it's coming to fruition now. So, yeah, Luke Jackson, 128, and he's on a mad ton run. Yeah. I wonder what happens when Sean Darcy's back, though.
I don't know. I don't reckon he gets picked.
You reckon?
I reckon he plays VFL, Darcy. I reckon they like what Coxie's doing.
One of the most expensive VFL players in history.
And he'll be traded as soon as they can get rid of him.
Yeah, that's awful.
Let's get into your boy Carl Amon as well, 114.
Yeah, we'll be talking a little bit about him a little bit later. But I was watching him last week to see if I could get a rookie up to him. Couldn't do it, but I'm definitely watching him. Hawthorn have the easiest run for defenders coming up. Carl Amon scored a 114, and that's his 3rd ton on the trot with a great run to come. So he's definitely on my watch list.
And we'll delve into that in a little bit as well. Caleb Sarong, 104.
Happy with the redemption?
Oh, yeah, but like a 104 is not even that good of a redemption. He barely scraped a century.
But he was like one of your highest scorers, wasn't he?
Nah, I don't think it was that high.
No, like, he was pretty good. That 104. He was. Yeah, he was absolutely.
He was everywhere. He could have been higher. Oh, yeah, you're all right, actually. He was pretty damn good for me.
He turned up, and in a round that was like that last week, you take that.
Yeah, that is
Look,
true.
He scored 104 more points than Nasiah.
His break even to 104 now as well. Yeah. Hopefully he can start making some cash again, because he has bottomed out.
See, I don't know about making cash, but I think he can probably pop 90s to 100s moving into the buys.
If he can start averaging 100 for me into the buys, that's all I'm really asking for.
That's all you can ask for. Yeah. So, well done to Caleb Sarong. He was pretty sure the only midfielder to ton up against Hawthorn. So, nice work from Caleb.
Murphy Reed, 65. Pretty disappointing, but in a tough matchup.
Really tough matchup.
Tough matchup. You're holding him. We had a look at the most traded out.
He's on there.
Murphy Reed's in there. Like, no,
I wouldn't trade him.
Who are you trading him to? There's no one you're trading him to.
This is like the Sam Flanders thing all over again. Like, we're not trading these guys. Like, yes, they're not cut above the rest, but they're averaging enough for a forward line that is absolute rabble at the moment. If Murphy Reed's worst score is less than Cozzie's worst score, think about that for a sec. I don't think he deserves to be traded out. No. I think if anything, he should be praised for the fact that he managed a 65 against the Hawks. I think so as well.
It's been really good.
100%.
And we can combine these next two together. Shea Bolton and Connor McDonald, two forward options who were both really disappointing.
See, Shea Bolton you represent, Connor I represent. But either way, they both sucked.
Yeah, it was... I don't really know what it was, but like it seems like the defenders were scoring more. Like obviously Amon and some other players were scoring better.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to Bolton and McDonald. Just didn't see a whole lot of them.
Nah, neither did I.
No, so no, I think they're both. Well, I mean, Connor McDonald was due for a bad score.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Yeah, he's been really good.
And Bolton had those 3 good scores in a row.
Bolton, what I see Bolton scoring in that 59 is pretty much how I see Bolton. Like, that's just what he does. He will just hit a ceiling score and then just drop a dookie.
I think he's better than he is.
Yeah.
Tough matchup.
I don't know, man. Even in a shit game, he still got outscored by Murphy Reed. And we're comparing those two.
But also, he outscored Connor McDonald.
Yeah, that is true. But, like, one of the only weeks he's done that. I think Connor McDonald will be right. I think Shea Bolton is going to continue doing that, where he'll just go 100, 100, 60.
Oh, yeah, but then he'll go 100, 160 as well. Like, if you've got either of them, you're still holding them. You're not trading them off that.
No, I don't think so. I think at least with Bolton, you can wait until the buys. But I'd put him in the same bracket as Murphy Reed in terms of how I see him as a top 6. Okay. Yeah, I think they're on the same sort of level at the moment.
All right. Well, I think Bolton's pretty good. And then we already spoke about Brody Ryan.
Brody Ryan was just terrible. Like I said, had some nice moments. I don't think he gets selected though. They dropped Scrimmy for that game. The fact that they lost too, I think he'll be the first one to be culled.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, Lions and Carlton. Lachie Neale is continuing to dominate at the moment.
He's just the man in the middle at the moment.
He's the man at the moment.
He was getting tagged originally, and then it switched over to Will Ashcroft when he started adding influence. So, and then Lachie Neale got off the chain and managed his big ton. Yep. But yeah, like it wasn't a whole lot of high-scoring fantasy scores in this game, which is really interesting. There was a lot of good VC options, if you want to call them that. Like, I mean, Luggage was one, Will Ashcroft was one, Dane Zorko was one. Yeah. Even Zach Bailey, if you're a bold. There were some pretty disappointing scores in this one.
Yeah, like Sam Walsh, 98, disappointing. Yeah. He's been disappointing all year. Same again.
He scored a little bit higher than McLuggage, though.
Yeah, but McLuggage is worth 150k less than him as well. Like Luggage is still a good get, unless this week he gets tagged by Mullen.
I don't think he does.
You reckon he's going to go to Neale?
Yeah, I think he does. Like you said, Neale's just dominating everything. Like, look what happened as soon as he got let off the chain. He scores 30 more fantasy points than everyone else. I think he's too good to let go loose, Lachie Neale. Especially how he impacted the grand final.
It's so hard to tag Brisbane's midfield. Like, it's almost what's the point at that? Like, you get rid of one of them, but then the 2 or the other 3 are going to dominate.
I don't think McCluggage has been tagged this year.
No, he's been so injured. Like, he's barely played as well.
But that's the thing. Will Ashcroft and Neale are established well and truly. I feel like they cop it first. I feel like if McCluggage dominates, then they will switch it. Something. I don't think they'll start it though. Yeah. But something to keep an eye on next week.
Luggage is still definitely a good get if you need a cheap guy. Yeah. Josh Dunkley also had his second ton for the year, I believe. So
yeah, did pretty good. He had a 90 the week before too. So he might be on the come up.
Decent ones, but we just wait and see for him.
Yeah.
Jagger Smith, 81. But he's still not playing that midfield role. He's playing forward and then rotating into the midfield.
He got gifted like 2 goals as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, from free kicks. But he was a really good player. He was probably one of the best Carlton players on the ground. I'm still kind of happy I traded him out though. I would have really liked him at M8, but it was my ways to get a primo.
Yeah, you wouldn't be upset by it.
But
he's going to get traded out the next couple of weeks anyway.
That's the thing. That's my view on Brune as well. It was like, look, he's dropping some good scores, but at the end of the day, they still have to be traded out. Yeah. So it's just something to plan out. So it's not the end of the world that Jagger's scoring really well at the moment. He's still going to be a target to trade out soon.
We can loop these two together. I got Will Ashcroft and Nick Newman in my team. Will Ashcroft was well on track for a century at halftime and then got clamped.
Got clamped hard.
By George Hewitt, was it?
Yes, George Hewitt.
Yeah, so they had George Hewitt out and then George Hewitt's coming and they had a good game. So
as soon as I saw George Hewitt come in, I knew he was coming to tag one of the Brisbane mids. And then it was just a matter of which one.
And then Nick Newman, 78, tough matchup. I'm taking that. He's going to bounce back this week. He's got a much better matchup this week and he'll be great.
That's fine from him. He scored more than Zorko.
Yeah, exactly right. So and he's worth 200k less. So.
That's it. So he did really well considering the circumstances. Speaking of Dane Zorko,
76, you were so close to bringing him in as well.
He was the best one I could afford.
He was your original bring-in as well.
Yeah, and he might actually be an option in the next couple of weeks if he continues on his way. His break-even's still really high, and he's now sub $1 million.
Yeah, so he's going to be an option in the coming weeks.
If you didn't start him, definitely look at him.
There were a bunch of Brisbane... Was it... There's a bunch of Brisbane defenders who were taking those kickouts and those marks.
Yeah, Ryan Lester was one of them.
Really good.
Yeah, he had a ton, I'm pretty sure, Froggy.
There was someone else that had a really good one as well, I feel like.
Dara Joyce was involved. He was a new addition. I'm pretty sure McKenna was in there too.
Yeah, McKenna.
Yeah, and Wilmot does his thing
Wilmot.
too.
Wilmot, I think, played really well. He had an unbelievable game.
I feel like Moddy is the next one to take the duties, I guess. He was really good in this game. Who else? Zach Bailey.
Yeah.
He's your man.
I don't have Zach Bailey.
No?
No, I don't have Zach
I thought
Bailey.
you were looking at him.
Nah.
So Zach Bailey...
He's so hit and miss.
Yeah, last time he played Carlton, he kicked like 1 goal 4.
Yeah.
So he would have had a monster. And I thought he was actually going to kick a couple goals, to be honest. He did very little. 61.
Yeah, but he's someone you're not trading out of him. You're not bringing him in. You're not bringing him in at the moment.
If you're prepared to trade in Zach Bailey off the back of the fact that he had a 39 in there, then you wouldn't mind one of these low ones because you know he's going to pop a big one soon.
No, that's all good. Let's move into the Port and Bulldogs game. Your boy Bont, 143.
The Bont.
Beast. Absolute tank.
Yeah.
He's still under a mil.
He makes up for the fact I didn't own Archie Roberts.
Yeah.
So 143 from Bont.
Bring him in.
He was everywhere.
Bring him in.
Ball just falls into his lap
on
command. Really nice. 143 and scored well above everyone else.
Absolutely. Buderick first came back, 114.
Is he an option again?
I don't know. He was in my trade plans.
I like the fact he's DPP.
I know. The forward and defender's really, really handy.
I have such a shit F6 and D6.
Yes.
He would be really handy to just have there and flick between. I think that would be a nice little play there. But 114 from him, I feel like now that he's established back into the team, him and Dale's scoring will flip-flop a little bit.
Yeah.
Between one going ton, one going 80 and vice versa. But well done for Buderick.
Yep, absolutely. Zachy Butters, 109, second time in a row.
Yeah.
You know that him and Bontempelli have scored the same amount of points this year on the dot?
Really?
They've scored the exact same amount of points.
That's impressive considering...
crazy how Butters started, and it's because Bond scored that 40 in that one game. But
28.
28, sorry.
Think about that. Bond has a 28 in his scoring chain, and he's still scoring the exact same as Butters.
You got to bring Bond in.
He's got to come in.
Yeah.
He's got to come in.
Joel Frazier had his first good game back in a while, 101.
I added him because he got a few CBAs as well.
In there?
Yeah, so Sanders got like an 80 in there,
Yeah.
and those two were kind of like the two options.
Yeah,
in the
Riley
forward
Sanders
line.
has been averaging that 88, 90 the
So,
whole time.
I feel like Sanders is safer. However, Frazier's coming off a 90 and a ton in his last two. He might have
Better break even.
Might have a better role too.
Yeah.
So just watch on Joel Frazier.
I like it. Timmy English, 97.
You got concussed, I think.
Again, this guy.
Yeah, he got injured.
He hasn't had a good run.
He was going to get a ton easy in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't make it though, but not that does do. It makes him very cheap.
It makes him even cheaper, man.
Very cheap.
I'm actually interested in what his break even is right now.
It would be in the 140s, I think.
Yeah.
But he had that 79 or whatever it was.
134.
134, there you go.
Yeah.
So he had that, and then he had a 97. I feel like he could drop a couple more times.
Oh, yeah, he will. He's already dropped 227k.
He'll be under 900k.
Yeah.
Like if Gawn continues with Heath, he is the man to go to.
Like he's almost a straight spot for me from McAndrew to English when...
That will be nice.
Like that'll be perfect during the buys. Like, that'll be unreal. And then...
Bailey Dale,
already spoke about him flip-flopping between Buderick. Par. Like... Maybe even a little bit worse than par.
He got you enough to keep you satisfied.
Yeah, like I'm not disappointed with it, but I'm not happy.
People were tossing up between Newman and Dale.
Yeah.
And they might have gone Dale for that extra cash. I would actually be unhappier going Dale than Newman.
Yeah, I would be as well. But I've got both, so it doesn't affect me, but Newman looked better in a tougher matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Dale is just going to do his usual thing of 85.
Yeah.
So speaking of disappointing, the Hornets.
Yeah, after his bit of a run he went on.
He scored the same as Jack Watkins in this one.
I know, crazy to think about.
That is gross.
But also, have a look at this. JHF, top 6 forward. Zach Bailey, top 6 forward.
And then we'll mention some others
Connor
as
McDonald,
well.
Shade Boland, top 8 forwards.
Chad Warner you can throw in there too.
Chad Warner, Cozzy Pickett.
Rochelle. All of them. Shit.
Every single forward was disappointing this week.
That's why I'm not trading into any forwards.
The top 8s were awful.
I literally cannot trade in a forward with any form of confidence.
No.
Like, even with Rankin having his massive game, like, he's just due for multiple tags and a shit run.
He's going to get beat up.
And he could just do a Rochelle and just have his role flip-flop back to Rochelle as the mid and him as the forward.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, all the forwards are just not good this year.
Nah.
It's like Sheasel, Petrarca or bust.
Like, legit. They're the only two somewhat reliable guys. And
thankfully, the two I own.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I think I'm going to wait for one of the forwards to have this little run of bad games and then come good. So hopefully one of them's cheap. Yeah. We'll see. Just lastly on that Port Bulldogs game, Miles Bergman was perceived as a potential option. He is going to be so cheap.
Like, disgustingly cheap, man.
Like, he could definitely be a D6 during that mid-season buys if he gets his TOG back, if he gets his roll back. He's down over 200k on the season, and that was when he was considered underpriced.
His break-even's only 76, and that includes a 17.
Yeah, just
Are you kidding me?
Isn't it? So he came off a ton and then went straight into a 17 off less than 20%
But he can hit that break-even straight away.
Yeah, he could. He very well could. I wouldn't touch him.
No way, I'm not touching that at all.
So he had like a hot spot in his foot or something. So it's unfortunate for those that jumped on.
Yeah, but
thankfully didn't make the time on ground threshold. Yeah. I reckon he'll be the option in the mid-season buys.
I think so as well. All right, North End Swans, our boy Sheasel, 127.
I love his goal song. Have you heard what his goal song is?
What is it?
It's the Borat song.
The Borat
does that dance.
Fucking wrong with Borat.
Amazing. The fact he's Jewish as well, that just makes it even funnier. Brilliant. Sheasel 127, very, very nice in a tough matchup. He did cop James Jordan originally. And then LDU got off the chain. He had like 17 touches in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and then they switched it. Yeah. And then that allowed Sheasel to thrive.
Which is what we want to see.
LDU still turned up, but very nice from Sheasel. Yeah.
Kim Zerha, 110.
What the fuck?
Was he playing in the back line again?
Yeah, they switched him back to the back line. So Clarko's just doing classic Clarko things, and he's just played him in the back line again. Commentators would not stop going on about how good Zerha is in that back line. So whether they stick with that permanently, I doubt it.
No.
I think if you traded him out, then it's not the biggest deal in the world. Yeah. But if you still have him, I mean, look what every other forward's dishing up.
Massive win for you.
You might as well keep him now.
Massive win for you.
Yeah.
Heaney, 92.
He was the highest scorer for the Swans.
Weird statistic, hey?
North are just a really tough matchup.
Yeah. Like,
moving forward. Like, who would have thought Grundy would score 54 in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, awful. Just terrible. So, North are not a fantasy-friendly side to verse anymore. Let's talk about your man.
Colby, but he's still playing that forward role.
He is.
Now he's just figured out
he's killing it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... What's he averaged you, like 88 since you've traded him out?
Oh, yeah, easily, I reckon. He'd be close to 90.
So you did a sideways swap from Colby to Dale, really? That's what it said.
No, it was Colby to Naz.
Oh, was
Colby? So Colby would have scored 160, 170, and Naz had scored me 104. Because he was laid out. So
yeah, it's not great. No. I don't think Colby's going to burn you too much, to be honest.
He could easily drop a 40 or a 50 again.
Like, the role is not fantasy friendly per se. You just got to be grateful that Colby's just a jet player.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Justin McInerney, another top 8 forward option, poor.
It was a poor score, but it was against North.
Yeah, and was one of the best for Sydney
and
as well.
Outscored Chad Warner by nearly 20 points.
Yeah, Chad Warner disappointing, 63.
Said this last week, and I keep preaching this, but J Mac is better than Warner in fantasy. Yeah, he's the more consistent scorer. He has a higher floor too, so I like that. Let's go into Chad Warner. He just did nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Wasn't involved. I saw Heaney a lot. Didn't see Chad Warner too much.
Really disappointing.
He was a bit of a butcher too. Saw him kick it out in the full a couple of times.
Bad?
Yeah, pretty bad. Not the greatest game from Chad Warner. He should bounce back next week, though.
He'll be fine. I had Blamise as my D6.
He would have been nice to have.
That. Yeah, very happy with that.
I've traded out every good rookie. I've traded all of them. Blamise, Jagger, and I've kept blokes like Gorilla and that. So,
and your boy Blackiston too.
My boy Blackiston. He will live long and prosperous in my team.
The GOAT.
Yeah, he can come with me when I get on a hat.
Absolutely. And who else have we got in there?
We got Giants Bombers.
Archie Roberts. Already spoke about him. 157.
Yeah, he's just got the role for fantasy. He is like the new Aaron Hall / Jack Siebel, just killing it at the moment. His role, he just gets every single +6. And here's the thing, because I chose Lockie Ash last week, I was watching this Giants Essendon game very closely. And for those that have had the toughest watch of their lives, watching Archie Roberts run around not being owned, I highly suggest that you make it number one priority getting Archie Roberts in. I cannot bear to stand watching another Bombers game without him. He must come in. His break even is only 100.
I know, but I enjoy you not having him. It's
Yeah,
it's
I know you do,
it's the only thing,
motherfucker.
it's the only thing I enjoy about my weekend at this
Dude,
point.
I don't have him. I had 20s and 30s on my field and still nearly got a 2200.
So-
Like, this is why Roberts needs to come in, and I feel like this is why he's going to be one of the top trade targets coming into this week.
I like it. We had Lockie Whitfield 125.
My
Injury
man.
concern, but he's all good. Bring him in. He's a massive trade target.
Yeah, for sure. So glad I started him.
Yeah,
Saves me this issue. But he had a slow start to the season, but I think since he's been going on this ton run, he's been averaging nearly 115
really
across
good.
that period.
He'll average 110 for the whole year.
He's
He'll be
about
a top 6 defender.
He's about 10 points unders at the moment.
Yeah, he
but
is
I also
good.
think Roberts is the same.
He
so
is good.
I feel like if you have both, you're laughing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Zach Merritt 111, good.
Just gets it done.
He's getting it done, man. Are Hawks getting him next year, or are we getting someone else? Or are we getting Zach Butters?
The way Merritt plays, it just doesn't seem like he wants to be at that club.
No, it doesn't.
He's not defensively doing things. Corn's ripped into him
Yeah,
recently. Yeah, just by how he plays. And I don't blame him. He's playing for a club he doesn't want to play for.
Yeah.
But just gets it done. He's a gun player. I hope he comes to Hawks. I don't know if he will, though.
Yeah.
But very well done to Zach Merritt to still ton up
Absolutely, in a tough matchup with that one.
in a tough matchup.
Finn Callahan 95, disappointing.
Yeah, sorry guys, we had him in a trade target.
Yeah, but I don't think you can bring him in now. Easiest matchup for midfielders, and he couldn't get it done.
I don't think you can bring him in because of the fact that Bont is now under $1 million.
Yeah.
He's confirmed that he's not under an injury cloud. He is easily the better option for
Yeah.
how much more? Like 50k
Yeah,
more?
not much
like,
more at all.
Yeah, like do whatever move necessary to go Bont instead of Callahan.
I
I think you
agree.
missed the boat on Callahan now.
Yeah, Sam Durham 93, really good from him. He's the number one CBA.
What do you have over 70%?
Yeah, CBAs for the Bombers. He's the main guy in there at the moment.
What happens when Caldwell comes back though?
I don't
That's
know.
my concern with
same
him.
with me. But even if he's number one, he can drop to number 2 CBAs.
But that number one CBAs, is he relying on that? Because I know he was part of that CBA rotation anyway, but how heavy of a rotation did he have when he was scoring not that great? That's
He wasn't really in the CBAs in the first
No,
3,
just
4
playing
round.
forward.
Playing a heap forward, yeah.
Yeah.
And they brought him in for that defensive type midfield role. And it's worked well for him. The team's still shit.
The team's terrible.
But I
yeah.
don't think the team can do anything to make them look any better.
No.
So,
Oh, Durham is just a hard nut bull.
Yeah.
I love watching him play. He
Yeah.
just always goes hard for the footy. I'm just a little concerned about how his CBAs change.
Yeah,
and
with
especially
Caldwell.
in such a team that just has the CBA mix changing all the time. Like their original rotation, they haven't had one. They've just chopped and changed. Like Merritt's been in there and then he's been out of there.
Yeah, it's been
Caldwell's been
shocking.
in there and then he's been out of there with injury. And then you have your Durham and Dyson Sharp's now out too.
yeah.
They're giving
so,
Roby
yeah,
more exposure.
that means also more CBAs for Durham when Caldwell comes in because Sharp's lost those.
Yeah. Do you feel like it would affect Durham though, or do you feel like it affects the rookie and Roby? So I feel like it affects the rookie and Roby.
I reckon that they're going to be giving Durham the same amount of CBAs if they can.
I feel like it'll be Caldwell, Durham, and then Merritt probably.
Yeah.
Probably, if they don't keep assisting
Yeah.
with Parrish.
Yeah.
Which they probably
Parrish.
will, to be honest.
Dog.
Durham is a nice option in a forward line where
Yeah,
there isn't much.
Not
so
much at all. Lucky Ash 89.
he just went missing the first half of this game. It was so hard to watch. I think he had like a 60-something point second
Yeah,
half.
he brought it back quite well. I genuinely think he's going to be fine.
Good.
They,
Well,
they have another good matchup this week.
it just sucks I brought him in that week because he
Yeah.
broke his 8-week ton run
Yeah.
off that.
But
and against the Bombers
He's
too.
going to be fine this week.
Yeah.
They've got a much better matchup. Well, a very good matchup once again.
A better one, yeah.
Yeah, they've got...
Do you reckon Ash
They've
gets
got the
hoffed?
Eagles.
Or do you reckon Callahan gets hoffed?
I don't know if they even do bother that with
Don't
that.
you reckon?
Nah, like... They're not as dominant as Cozzy is. Cozzy is the whole Melbourne midfield.
Yeah.
No
he is.
Cozzy, no
I mean, look
Melbourne.
at Jack Steele, he did nothing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fair
No
enough.
Cozzy, no Melbourne.
I'm waiting for a bounce back on Ash, though.
Yeah.
Sullivan Roby is one of my ins for this
Big
week.
option, yeah.
And he's had a CBA spike in his last 2. He's just coming off a 79 against the Giants.
Yep.
And he had 2 frees against. That could have been an 80
Yeah.
plus against a tough matchup.
Could have been nice.
I really like Sullivan Roby as an option. So I'm looking at him. I know he's expensive rookie, but what fucking
He's
rookie
a forward.
isn't expensive these days?
Every rookie we're getting,
All of them.
they're over 400k almost at this point. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, honestly.
And
so
a forward line rookie is the most important thing as well for me.
he's got the mid forward,
He's a forward.
duality. So I'm really happy picking him as a pick. And I think he's one of the only viable rookie picks this week.
You put Nick Bryan in here.
I've just mentioned him because he is back.
Yeah.
So obviously takes away
and
time.
Blackiston's there as well, 51. So
yeah. So I want to put it in the fact Nick Bryan is back. It was like his first game back.
Yeah.
People were looking at him as like a downgrade or something.
You got to give him time.
You got to give him time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still scoring well.
Well, yeah. Blackiston didn't even score well in that role. So
well, he actually scored more than Blackiston as well in his first game back, which is ridiculous to think about.
Lucky Blackiston still outscored like 4 players on my field though. So 51 from Blackiston. He has stopped the hemorrhaging of his cash flow.
Is he your R3 or is he in your defense line?
He was in my ruck line, thinking that I wouldn't need him. So I'm not making that mistake again this week. So I'm just going to keep him in my defense line as a backup. But 51 from Blackiston. It makes it nicer to look at in my team.
I agree.
Farrow is first to go.
Farrow and Gothard.
Both of them.
They can both go.
And I have to hold one.
Yeah,
so.
it's just waiting for an option to bring in as well. It's just hard at the moment to get options.
So I'm getting Sullivan Roby to field where Gothard was. Yeah. I've just put way too much faith in Gothard and Farrow at the start of this year, and I feel like that's stitched up a lot of people. I think Farrow definitely has to go. Gothard is sitting on my bench currently, but he kicked 2 goals to score less than 40. That is disgusting.
He's just going to rot.
Nah, get out of the team.
He can just rot there. All right, and then Suns and Saints. John Noble, 135. He's averaging 135.
He's coming off a 144.
Yeah.
Moving into a 135.
Averaging almost 140. It's big flag. It's in Darwin. He dominates in Darwin every year. He'll be good again this week, but then after that, he'll be back.
He has a tough run coming up.
Yeah, he'll be back to normal John Noble after that. Don't touch him, but
saw a couple of people jump on as a pod.
Yeah,
really nice.
Respect to him. But
he was around a similar price as Bailey Dale, so that's actually a really nice little pick there. So I don't know how it's going to pan out over the next 6 weeks.
The long run is where it'll be interesting.
We'll have to wait and see. Yeah.
Sam Flanders, 119. We needed that.
Revenge game,
and he lived up to it. With Naz out, he got more CBAs.
Yep.
When Naz is back next week, we'll see how he goes because he was losing those CBAs slowly.
I still don't think it matters, to be honest.
No, you're not trading him.
He's a forward. Keep him.
Yeah,
he's fine.
Don't touch him.
He's been great, actually.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. He's averaging over 90 in a forward line. You are not trading that.
No, he's easily top 8. No.
Sinclair was disappointing, considering there's no Naz.
He's been doing this a fair bit, just those real pass scores.
There was no Wilkie
No
either,
Wilkie, no Naz.
Technically, so the fact that there was no one in that back line, he still couldn't mop up. I mean, he probably didn't have anyone to kick from or two, so it makes sense, I guess. But yeah, under 100, be a bit disappointed. Guess the Suns especially.
Yeah, big time.
Now, one of these guys that has just completely slipped everyone's mind is Brad Hill. You're thinking Brad Hill, you're thinking old man, not scoring much.
Legit.
He has the best floor out of all the forwards so far.
Really, really good.
He hasn't, I don't think he's dropped below 80 yet.
Which is ridiculous to say for someone like Brad Hill.
His role is just so nice. He's just given a little bit of freedom in what he does, and he's not even that expensive.
Averaging 93.
Yeah.
Lowest score of 80.
Yeah, against Brisbane too. Yeah. So he's flown under the radar, and considering I'm going to be looking for a forward in the next couple of weeks, he might be as an option.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's not going to be many forwards even coming in with the new DPPs. Nothing.
No, nothing. Well, all the ones are traded out, like Jagger Smith and that. Milan Murdoch should get it.
Yeah, he will get it.
Yeah, and that's all I'm waiting on, to be honest. But Brad Hill has slipped under everybody's radar, and I want to put him on people's radar.
He'll be good.
Because he seems to be top 6, top 8 at the moment. For sure.
He's a gun. Petrarca, 83.
Tagged, I think.
Yeah, I think Windy rolled with him. So I think Windy it's all right. 83.
It allowed, not Flanders, it allowed Noah Anderson to ton up for the first time in a very long time. So, and it speaks volumes with how good Petrarca is that they didn't even tag Noah Anderson, they just tagged Petrarca. Yeah, but is that a sign of things to come, is the question.
They still lost, so...
They still lost. But do you reckon Petrarca, with this tough run coming up, gets a lot of attention?
Oh, he will, but he's still easily top 2 forward, so it doesn't matter.
Would you still pick him if you're looking for a forward during this
he's
run?
That round 12 buy. If you don't have him now, wait till after the buy and then pick him up. Yep,
fair call.
Lombard, 68. I've been happy with Lombard the last 2 weeks. He's been good.
I have this toss-up of who to field from these guys. Like, Lombard's there, but I then also have Gothard there. I have Sullivan Roby there. I don't like Lombard on field.
Just some non-trustworthy people.
Yeah, like he's doing great. Like we talked about him as a trade out.
Yeah, 56, 63, 68. Like,
is his role changed? I don't know what his role even is.
I think he's just kicking more goals, to be honest.
Well, he didn't kick a goal in that Giants one. He also didn't kick one in the Hawks one either.
He only kicked
the one against St Kilda.
Never mind. Yeah, maybe it has slightly changed. I haven't really noticed him.
Sitting at 50s and 60s, I just don't know. I think the fact he's going to be playing at Darwin too, you can't field him.
Nah.
You have to bench him. You can maybe loop. That's what I'm looking at doing, potentially. But Lombard, well done. He saved his cash gen, and in a time of bad rookies, he's stepped up a little bit, so that's good. All right, Callum Wilkie.
Yeah, we already spoke about Naz.
Can I just say on record, technically he was a better pick than Nasiah. He scored 21 more points than him this week. And he might play this week too.
Yeah, I think he should play. And Naz should play as well.
If he plays, keep him.
Oh, I don't think you trade out Wilkie anyway, if he's out for another week.
Little fun fact on Wilkie as well. The amount of time he spent on the bench is more time he spent on the bench than across his last 100 games.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Incredible to look at. Well, just shows how much of a legend he is.
He's played 161 games in a row. He won't want to miss. No. He'll be good to go.
Yeah, he'll be good to go. Yeah, Saints need him, I think.
Yeah, and Saints are desperate for him. Same with Naz. I reckon Naz is going to be fine for next week. If he flew to Darwin, it means he was close to getting up.
But Ross said afterward that they're going to get a scan for him, and when they got it, there was like bleeding of the calf or something. Yeah, I know that's what technically like a tear or whatever is, but it doesn't sound too convincing.
I reckon he'll be fine. He nearly played. Like, come on.
As an owner, I'd be a little stressed.
I reckon he'll be sweet.
I think he'll be fine. I think if Wilkie misses, then he has to play, and vice versa. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Yeah.
All right, Long and Pius, pretty lackluster game. Bailey Smith, already spoke about him, 127.
The captain.
Good. Yeah, good.
And is looking pretty good. I don't know what he scores this week against the Lions, though, at the Gabba. He
hasn't scored a ton against them in 3 rounds in a row. Well, 3...
Oh, no, last time they played at the Gabba, he scored a 112, I think.
Yeah, but that wasn't in the last 3 matches. So in the grand final, no ton. The qualifying final, no ton. And they played a GMHBA in last year,
in a regular season, he has tonned up against them. I just don't think I'd have a huge amount of confidence straight captaining him or anything.
Nah.
Definitely a VC option, though.
Absolutely. DeGoey 118, see an option?
No. His body is made of tissue paper. I like DeGoey as a player. He's a jet, but he peaked like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
He definitely has a spot in that midfield, but I don't know. I just don't trust DeGoey's body, if anything. So if you have a reason not to pick him, it would be the fact he might break down on you.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't have the easiest matchup this week in Sydney either at the SCG. So and especially how well he played, it might be interesting to see where that tag goes.
Yeah.
If he gets off the chain, he might switch to DeGoey from Dacos.
I'd be tagging Pendlebury if I was West Coast.
Tag Pendlebury?
Yeah, well, just for this is
that'd be such a dog move. You're about to break an AFL record?
We're going to tag you in 10 disposals.
We're going to stick some bloke on you the entire game. Yeah, that would suck.
We'll let Nakos run off.
Yeah, just let him do his thing. Yeah. He'll get his milestone game too at some stage, I'm sure.
Max Holmes, Josh Dacos, even Dan Houston, you can all put in together here.
Josh Dacos was on fire again, and he just disappointed again with just that low or that high 90, very low 100. I don't think you can pick either of Holmes or Dacos yet.
No, still not. No, you gotta wait it out.
You gotta
do a pop type score.
Max Holmes needs defender status for me to look at him. Yeah, because I wouldn't pick him in a midfield where there's so many good options.
So many.
Yeah, just not cutting the mustard at the moment. Dan Houston recovered. He wasn't looking very good.
Was he looking bad early on?
Yeah, not super bad, but just like a 70-ish.
Yeah, okay.
Had a big last quarter, I think. So 89's fine. Like, that's one of his lower ones. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Tanner.
Yeah, we already spoke about him. Trade him out if you have the luxury to get rid of him. Get rid of him. Otherwise, I'm holding him.
Yeah.
I think
I'm glad I traded him because it leaves me something that I don't have to do now.
Yeah.
And I can work around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tanner Bruin, I think he will bounce back. Whether he gets his exact role back or not will be interesting. Something to flag as well. I'm pretty sure it was Tom Stewart's 200th game. That one against the Pies.
So they might have given him a better role.
Well, Tom Stewart turned up in this.
Yeah,
so I'm almost thinking that they gave him that role.
Yeah,
for
make
that.
him look better.
Whether that sticks or not is what you got to watch there.
They won. I guess they win with Tanner Bruin there anyway.
It wouldn't be the end of the world to trade Tanner Bruin out. His break-even's 100.
Yeah, he's
I
going
would
to
still
start losing a
do
little
it.
bit of money now.
I would still do it, and he doesn't have a great matchup this week either.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be the end of the world. I think the biggest watch though is just to see how his role is shared with Holmes, Stewart, and Lawson Humphries.
Yeah.
Just watch where he goes.
Angry Anderson, 60, good bounce back off that 35 or was it 30 last week. He needed it.
He'll be unfortunately going on my field this week.
Yeah.
But mature ager, and I said last week when he had that 30, I said that the fact that he kept his game time fairly high shows he's not on the way out.
A bit of an anomaly.
It didn't really improve though his game time.
Yeah.
But he still was a part of that side, and I think he still will be. Like he played just over half a game and had 17 touches and a goal from it.
Yeah.
So should be pretty safe. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah. All right, D's and Eagles. Max Gorn 106.
I'm happy with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's enough to hold him until English gets cheap.
I'm just keep holding him anyway.
Yeah. You can't complain with tons. I complain with Jackson. I can't complain with that.
Still getting tons,
Yeah. Tom McCarthy was the highest scorer for West Coast.
Well, it was a really low fantasy scoring game in general.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It almost seems like the Melbourne games.
Yeah.
Seem like they're pretty restricted at the moment.
Yeah.
But Tom McCarthy, once again, a 98. That's his second in a row.
Yeah, really good.
And he's averaging close to 100 over his last month.
Good matchups.
Yeah, and he's within a price that's cheap for some.
Yeah, he's a genuine option if you need him.
I know Warney from the Traders is looking at him.
He was really interested in him.
Eagles have a nice little run over the next three
defenders
for his particular role too.
Mainly for his role.
Yeah, so definitely watch Tom McCarthy. Now, Tom Sparrow I've put here too because again, same as Brad Hill, he's just flown under a lot of people's radar.
He's been good.
I laughed when he was first mentioned as a forward option, like when you're comparing him to everybody else that's in that forward line, like Rochelle, like Connor McDonald.
Like early on,
He was cheaper, and I laughed at it because I saw a 28 in round one, and he was shit. He has a new role, and he seems to be that third CBA guy behind Cozzy and Steele, and then Windsor he chops out with, I think, a bit too. But he's been great, Tom Sparrow. 94 really from him. I would almost look at him. What do you think in terms of comparing him to everyone else, like Connor McDonald, Brad Hill, and that?
I'd still be going Connor McDonald over everyone because he has the ability to have those pop scores.
Yeah.
Brad Hill and Sparrow haven't had those like 120 type scores that McDonald has had.
I'm just looking at all these scores here, but with a lot of those forwards that scored well, it was what we classified last week as the best of the rest. Jack Ross, Brad Hill, Tom Sparrow, all dominated.
That's a good shout. Yeah.
And then Cozzy, Connor, Rochelle,
even Petrarca, you could say.
Warner, all sucked.
J-Mac, all sucked.
So
Bailey.
I'm looking at all these guys and I'm like, okay, none of them are getting attention and they have good flaws.
Yeah.
Like they actually might seem like better options if you're after that consistency. Like they're not going to give you massive tons or anything.
Nah.
But for a forward line, they seem like really good F5, F6 options. For sure.
Milan Murdoch, 92. He's just got to be on your field now.
He'll be F6 for the rest of the year,
he's just one of those rookies that are on field.
Incredible.
Like, don't take him off.
Great player.
If he has a bad game of a 60, that's fine. He's a rookie, mate.
All right, let's talk about this fraud of a footballer.
Yeah.
Jack Steele, 84. He had a 10-point last quarter. Yeah, not good enough.
He was looking good. He should have got a ton.
Yeah. Well, I said last week that if he didn't turn up against the Eagles, he'd be on my chopping block.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen.
4 matches, no tons. He's the easiest matchup going around in the AFL for midfielders.
Couldn't get it done. No. So, he's on my chopping block, and I'm sure he is for a few people.
Yeah, I reckon a lot of people. He'll be the most traded out people for sure.
Yep.
Josh Lindsay, I had him as D5. He was really, really good.
I can't believe I traded him out at the start of the year. What a blunder that was. He is a great rookie. He's been robbed of the Rising Star. He's been robbed of the Rising Star a couple of times as well.
Yeah.
So
he's had a few really good pop scores recently. So.
Bloke's playing golf, apparently. So, yeah. But, no, he's a great player. He was touted as one of the best rookies for fantasy in the preseason. Yeah. Like, he was determined to be, like, that main kick-out taker for the Eagles in the preseason, and he's somewhat delivered.
Yeah, come through.
Yeah, been really good and standing up in a rabble of rookies this year.
Same with Willem Dersma. He's really stood up in a rabble of some rookies recently.
He saved himself on that because he was on 5 halfway through the second quarter.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
So he had a good second half.
He was the lowest scorer for a very long time, and then he just came back. So I would almost trade him out soon. Like, if not this week, then next week.
He's peaked. He's peaked. And he's peaked at a good price too.
Yeah, you've got to be more than happy with that.
More than
Brune and Dersma out would get you a really nice premium.
Oh, yeah, and you'd have a lot of money in the kitty as well.
Really nice there. So, Willem Dersma, one of the misses of the year for me and for you as well.
Absolutely. For everyone, a lot of people.
But, almost upgrade season for him, I think. Now, one of the talks of the town for the rookies, considering there are none at the moment, Paddy Cross scored a 70. Now, guys, this looks awesome on paper. I did some of the maths on this. In the first quarter, he scored 41. In the second quarter, scored 0. In the third quarter, scored a -1. And in the last quarter, he scored a 29. So his score of 70 looks good on paper, but he essentially did a Todd Marshall.
That's good research from you.
Yeah, thank you. So I call this Trap of the Week.
Trap of the Week with Paddy Cross?
Yeah, don't touch Paddy Cross. He doesn't have a great matchup this week either. He has the Hawks.
Yeah, well, playing against the Eagles, they don't have any defense, so
that's exactly right. And even against the Eagles, he only showed up for 2 quarters. So imagine what the Hawks are going to do to him.
He technically scored -1.5.
I don't think he scores above 40 this week.
Yeah, I like it.
Call that right now. Yeah. Now let's talk about this last one here for the D's and Eagles, who somehow is one of the lowest scorers for this game.
Yeah, Cozzy.
That is Cozzy Pickett. He checked out,
Yeah, he just got rattled when he nearly got suspended, or when he thought he was going to.
I didn't watch the game, so I didn't see how he looked. I just saw the incident post-game.
Yeah.
So I think he's been cleared, though.
Yeah, he's been cleared.
Yeah, so he's fine. Yeah. He's fine. He'll stop being a sook. He'll be good. All
He'll
right,
be fine.
Let's move on to the final game of the week in the Tigers and the Crows. This game single-handedly saved my rank. But it also single-handedly ruined my league matchup, which we'll get to in a moment. Let's start with the top and talk of the town in the forward line. That's Isaac Rankin with his 162.
I'm calling him Trap of the Week.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's getting tagged by Mullen next week, and then he's got another tough matchup. Oh, he's got a good matchup coming up in the next few weeks. Mullen, Dawson, bye. And then someone else after that to make it even tougher.
I didn't even crack a smile when I saw Rankin scored a 162. Nah. I'm not impressed because I know that he's going to take that one in front of his score and just completely get rid of it. Score a 62 next week. It looks good, guys. It looks really good on paper, and he has a low break even now, but this just seems like a Rochelle 2.0.
Yeah.
He'll drop a massive score. And fun fact as well, that was his highest fantasy score in his career by over 40 points.
Yeah. Stupid.
Incredible. And definitely an anomaly game.
Massive PB.
All right. My man Dawson brought it home. He single-handedly saved my ranking.
Yeah.
133, and he had 10 minutes on the bench in the last quarter as well. Yeah. So did really good to get there. Just involved along the back line.
Backline, bit of DPP, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that's my sourcing. I'm thinking he's going to get defender status.
Yeah, I love that. It'd be good.
If he gets that, then that's huge.
Yeah, it'd be completing our defense so quickly.
He instantly leapfrogs a lot of those guys.
Zorko. He'd almost be D2 at that point, Whitfield than him.
Roberts.
Roberts.
Roberts, Whitfield, Dawson. Yeah. Imagine that as a back line.
Yeah, it'd be a good back line.
That's pretty elite. But Dawson, just sources tell me he might be due for defender status soon. So keep a lookout on that one. Miller, I said last week.
He's just getting it done.
I said last week he was borderline an underpriced premium. He's definitely scoring like one.
Yeah, he's getting it done. He's been really good.
He's finally having that decade-long breakout that he was driving for.
I swear he was in my first ever fantasy team that I had with you in
he was probably mine too.
2018 or something, or 2019. And everyone thought he was going to have his breakout season then, and it's just been shocking.
Yeah, just been very meh. But he seems to have taken Rory Laird's old role, and he's just become the general back there. So no, he did really well. 113,
good for him.
And you'd be very happy holding him.
Big time.
Now, Jack Ross, I disrespectfully said that he was best of the rest last week. And 96, he was the top scorer for the Tigers.
But he's just the number one midfielder at this point.
But that could almost be enough reason to look at him as an option. Because he is literally just entrenched as like the guy for Richmond.
There's like literally no one else but him.
He's outscoring Tim Taranto every single week.
Yeah,
like he's seeming like the guy for the Tigers.
It's bad for Timmy time.
The problem is he pays for the Tigers.
Yeah.
That is my only issue with him.
Good
Otherwise,
buy,
we're
though.
looking
He's
at
a
him.
good buy.
He does. He shares it with Giants.
Round 13.
Yeah, Giants, Richmond. Yeah. So he does have a good buy. Might be an option for those that are not having a Whitfield or an Ashen or Callahan in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Jaden Short is a 95 guy moving forward, I think. No Banks, I think, has killed his scoring.
Yeah. But even a 95 is not the worst, but I wouldn't be touching him.
No, not at all. Braden Cook, 83. He will sit as my F5 for the remainder of the year.
So,
Seems that way anyway.
He's my F6 for as long as he needs to be.
He is a brilliant player.
F6s come up and do something.
He used to play predominantly on the wing, like just only wing, and now he's starting to push back, be a part of that chip mark.
Starting to trust him.
Yeah, starting to trust him a lot. So 83. And I think it's improved his scoring potential.
Yeah, big time. I was really proud and happy with Rechko 71. Like after his poor score last week, that 71 was beautiful to see.
Him and Cumming just flipped.
And I'm hoping Cumming can redeem himself and get 60, 70 next week now after his poor score.
Yeah, I've got my fingers and toes crossed on that one.
Yeah.
Just for the reason of he has dropped to 29, I'm not putting him on my field this week.
My field either.
Again, looping option maybe, but I don't have a lot of trust of him on field.
No.
I put Sam Berry here.
Yeah, well, you said trap of the week.
Yeah, well, it's because people were trading him in after his massive 150 something or other, that award-winning game.
He was 90 points less.
Well, 90 points less, but he also picked up an injury too.
Oh, did he get injured in
that
game?
He got injured.
Okay.
Yeah, he got injured. So he would have been on track for like an 80 or something. He came off in the last, like early in the last. But he was definitely a trap.
Yeah.
Just a one-off play for him.
The toe.
He killed me. Fucking killed me. Listen to this story, guys. So I'm undefeated in one of our leagues, and I was up against my brother, who, as you all know, is really good with his trades and how he structures his team.
Shocking trade recently, eh?
It came down to a matchup at the end. I was up by 50 points at 3/4 time, and he had Rochelle and Toby Murray as his two uniques versus my Jordan Dawson. So while Jordan Dawson was off on the bench for 10 minutes, I had Toby Murray fucking score over 40 fantasy points in a quarter when he was on 20-something at 3/4 time. Rochelle, then just for salt and wound. So even with Toby's amazing comeback, I still would have beaten Brendan.
Yeah.
But then, because Richmond's shit in that. Clothesline Rochelle, free kick and goal. And I lost my matchup by 4 points because of that.
I love hearing stories like that.
Fucking disgusting.
I love preying on your downfall.
So I'm so glad that I used Toby Murray as my thumbnail last week, because I'm going to do it again. I'm going to stick a massive cock on his head.
Respect the toes.
Fuck the toe.
He's a king.
He might be the only option for rookies this week. So I'm not going to throw too much shade.
He could be in your team.
For personal reasons, I'm not going to go there. But you guys definitely could. Pick up the toe. You might win your matchup by 4 points.
Love the toe. Rochelle, I'm getting rid of him this week.
Yeah,
listen to these scores that he's recently had. So in round 5 against Carlton, this is his last midfield game, 124, got my +3. Round 6, St Kilda, 67. Brisbane, round 7, 54. Port Adelaide, round 8, 71. And Richmond, 66.
So across those 4 games, he also kicked 5 goals.
Yeah.
So
he has a full,
imagine how much worse that could have been.
He has a full midfield role. We need to jump off him. He has a full forward role. No, he has no more CBAs. You need to jump off.
Go to Rankin. How can that possibly end badly?
Yeah.
I don't see a world where that ends badly.
Nah, you can't swap between the two of them, but you got to jump off him.
You can't.
Man, he was so good.
Well, at least he's not a tag option. So
he was so good at one point.
Yeah, he was. I thought it was pretty laughable that he was seen as like a top 4 forward at the start of the year. He's definitely not. This is, again, why I don't pick him or Rankin. I know Rankin scored amazing, but they'll do this. They'll just flip-flop. It was due to happen. So I bit the bullet on not getting in Rochelle, and it's paid off. So not happy with that.
We already spoke about Cumming 29. We need to bounce back from him.
We spoke about Cumming, but how can we not talk about more Cumming?
Yep.
29, and he had no CBAs. So everything we were talking up last week did not come to fruition, and he stunk it up big time.
Yeah, he did.
Is he due for surgery now?
Nah, not until his bye at least.
No. I added one more.
What was with Tom Brown?
Tom Brown scored a 3. He was an option for some people because of the grill out, but there was also I think without Banks in the side, he had like Banks role almost.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
His last few scores, he was coming off like a 90.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so he was coming off a
99.
94 and a 99. I saw some people brought him in for a 3. That is unfortunate.
He had one kick and then got injured. He had 4%.
He did something. I think he fractured his forearm or something.
Oh, that's
so
bad.
Yeah, it's a bad injury too. So really unlucky if you weren't there.
Yeah,
but
4% time on ground.
He seemed like a nice little pod pick.
Yeah, he actually could have been alright. It's some weird scores.
It's the unfortunate thing about pods, unfortunately.
Yeah, if they backfire, you drop ranks so quickly.
Absolutely. Before we move on, I reckon we touch on some of these questions from the Instagram story if you want to pull that up. So with this little added segment, we've put a little question segment in our Instagram story, just for you guys to send in your trades, send in your questions, and see how we're all tracking at the moment. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through everybody's responses from the week. Now, didn't get too many this week. That's fine.
Nah, we'll answer every single question that we get.
Yeah, we're going to answer everyone because we've got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
So let's help some people out. Let's start with this one from Nate. Jack Steele to Bont? ?
That's exactly what I'm doing this week.
Yeah.
Tick.
Just tick it off. Tick it off. Bont is so much better at the moment. Even with his 28 in that rotation, he's averaging the same as Butters.
Steele is averaging 70 in the last month. Bont is averaging over 110. That's a 40-point difference.
It speaks volume.
Going from Farrow to a underpriced like a Bailey Dale or a Nick Newman is not even worth 40 points. It's worth almost similar. Jump off Steele while he's still worth close to Bont.
We could make a small argument that Jack Steele is like Caleb Sarong, in that you could hold him in the hopes that he's going to pop a ton at some stage. Yeah. Think about it as well. Like when you were in this exact same position last week, the thing was, is Caleb Sarong going to score against Hawthorn?
Yeah.
Like this is the game I've got to hold him for.
Yeah.
You held him and he scored a ton.
104, yeah.
Jack Steele has the exact same matchup this week. He comes up against Hawthorn.
But he couldn't score an 84 against West Coast.
It is true.
A ton against West Coast. He had such a good run recently.
Because he couldn't get 60 against the West Coast.
Yeah.
I just...
he also got tagged. Like Steele didn't get tagged.
Bont is the better full season upgrade. So I definitely tick it off still.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I would not be surprised if Jack Steele goes and pumps it 100 out.
I would not be surprised at all, but he's just dropping. His break even to 134.
Oh, it's like, bad. You got to get off him.
Like 102, 87, 94, 65, 84.
It's not good.
It's just low.
Well, you need to go to a top liner to make the trade worth it,
and Bond's not trading out.
Bont, Archie Roberts. I'd even put Whitfield in that as well. Yeah. If you don't have one of Baz or Nick, probably not the week to do it, but you need to go to like a top liner to make that trade worthwhile. So I think going Jack Steele to Bont, tick it off.
Yeah, big tick.
Perfect.
Love it, Nate.
All right, let's move on to this random viewer. Her name is Aya. She has asked, captain a unique player in Sinclair who has gotten 134 and 146 last year versus the Tigers, or captain Archie Roberts. What would you do there?
Archie Roberts straight away.
Archie Roberts? I don't mind Sinclair, to be honest.
No, I don't mind him either. He's actually, his lowest floor of the year has been a 90 still.
So here's the thing, like with Wilkie and Naz under an injury cloud, if Sinclair's walking into this Richmond matchup as the general, he will have a day. So I don't mind the Sinclair
the
captain
thought of
pick.
it's good, but it's a big wait and see. If Wilkie and Naz are both named, I wouldn't be ticking it off. If they're both out though, you may as well. You may as well have a bit of fun in this game.
I think so. I think it really just depends on where your position is. Like, if you're able to VC one of them, that might be better.
Yeah.
I think Saints play one of the last games. So that's the problem.
Then I think Roberts plays on a Sunday as well. So.
Yeah. So if we're going purely based on the captain's list, which we'll go through in a second, it's probably Roberts. But I do not mind the Sinclair captain pick for this Richmond matchup. I think it's like his favourite matchup. Yeah. So, really, really good. And just this last one from Brendan, he asks, who are the number one rookie priorities to trade out this week?
Oh, trade out. Okay, let's just get into this segment before we get into captains, and let's just jump into these trade out rookies.
Yep, let's do it. This will answer your question, Brendan.
Jacob Farrow, number 1, 85 break even. He is going to start dropping cash drastically.
Yep.
Big time. Like, if you have him, time to jump off. Especially
Number one
if he's on
priority.
field as well, big time to jump off right
Definitely has to go.
now. Sam Grill out, could be even out again this week. It was managed late, but you never know. Break even of 71 still. He's going to lose cash, I believe, still, and his break even will jump up to 85, just like Farrow's.
I'm keeping him out of necessity, but definitely worth a trade.
If you got it. And then our number 3 is Jack Carroll. He had a few good pop scores there, but he's crashed back to reality pretty quick.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If you're still holding him, it's time to jump off. Break even at 63. He's not going to be hitting that for a bit.
Hope that answers everybody's questions.
Yeah, love it. Thanks for the questions,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks
Really
for the questions, guys. We're going to be looking at doing a few more, hopefully, next week.
Yeah.
But we want to make a theme of this. So every single week, we're going to put up the stories with your questions. But don't be afraid to also comment on the YouTube as well and give your questions out, because we will be answering them.
Thank you for doing that, Ronan. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, bloody legend, mate. Let's rip into the best segment on the podcast, and that's captains.
Cappy caps.
Yeah, so if we just pretend that this is my first week of captains, I'll be on fire, because last week was shocking.
Yeah,
I had Cozzy at number 5,
Yeah.
I had Callahan number 3. It was disastrous. So I have put a lot more research into these top 5 captains, and I'm going to redeem myself. Let's build from 5 to 1. Let's start with number 5. I was tossing and turning on this one, to be honest. I was tossing up between Baz against the Lions.
Yeah.
Or Nick Dacos versus Swans, and I think I've lent slightly towards Nick Dacos.
Tag risk?
I don't think it matters, to be honest.
You reckon
I think he'll just dominate either way. Last time these guys versed, he was getting tagged, and he top scored by over 30 points, scored at 138.
Yeah,
he's in for a big one, I think. I don't think it matters. I think he'll still go 120.
He's a beast.
A very worthy VC, for sure.
I agree.
At number 4, and hear me out, I put Brody Grundy
Pig.
against the Pies.
Is Darcy Cameron injured, or is he still playing?
That's the question, isn't it? I think if he's out, he goes from number 4 captain to number 2.
Yeah, well, Oscar Steen, he won't be able to deal with Grundy at all.
No, he'll get pantsed.
Yeah.
He's a great player, but just not at the same caliber by any means.
Young guy. So.
If Darcy Cameron's out, even if he's in, I think he's still gonna have a big game. He had such a shit game last week.
Yeah, redemption.
I think Grundy's gonna redeem himself.
Redemption.
I said this last week about Baz, so I think it'll happen again. At number 3, I've put Lockie Whitfield versus the Eagles.
Yeah, defense all to himself.
This is his favourite matchup. He loves the Eagles.
Yeah.
His last 2 have been over 130s.
Yeah.
He is on track for a big score and worthy VC or even a C there too. So now number 2.
Big guns here. Big dogs coming up.
I've put Zach Butters versus the Suns.
I agree. Easiest team to go against.
Yeah.
Darwin's a bit of a flag risk for me.
That's why he wasn't number 1.
Yeah, but I reckon Butters is going to love that. He's going to be tackling everything that he sees.
But only concern might be Will Powell might run with him.
Yeah.
But besides from that, he should be good. Like you said, Darwin, anything can happen.
Yeah, literally.
But there were some pretty nice scores in Darwin last week. So I think Butters will go and pop a ceiling score here.
Yeah.
At number 1, we have Archie Roberts versus Freo. How can you not? This guy has been averaging 130 in his last 5 weeks.
Disgusting.
His break even's 100, and he is going to smash that out of the park. He's at the MCG as well, so you can't even be like, you can't even say it's Freo at Optus, saying it might be a tough matchup, because it's going to be at the MCG.
Big and open. I love it.
He's going to rack marks. He's just going to do what he wants, and I see a big ceiling score from Archie Roberts. So not only is he my number 1 captain this week, he is also my number 1 trade-in for this week too.
Love it. Okay, Andrew, what is your vice captain and captain this week?
I've flip-flopped, and I'm still undecided, to be honest. My captain is going to be Archie Roberts.
Yep.
My VC is either going to be Grundy against the Pies or Butters versus the Suns. If I'm going based off my captains, I should just go Butters versus the Suns.
Yep.
But I don't like the Darwin factor.
Yeah, and the Darcy Cameron thing's a big thing as well.
That is a big thing. I think even with Darcy Cameron in the side, Grundy just had such a bad game that he will redeem himself with a 120 at least.
120 at least.
I'm tossing up, so I'm undecided. But as it stands, I'm doing VC Butters and C Roberts.
I'm doing the exact same thing as you. I'm going Butters VC and Roberts C. Give me a line for Butters or Grundy in this one.
For Roberts, 120.
But give me a line from Butters. So you want a 120 from Butters
120.
or Grundy? Yeah.
Rolling into Roberts, I want a 120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's a fair thing. Like, how many times has Roberts dropped under 120 in the last 6 weeks?
Only against the Lions, I think.
Yeah,
once. 85. So
yeah, so I think he is definitely. I think 120 is a good line for that.
Love it.
All right.
Let's get into our top rookie targets. This was pretty difficult this week.
Yeah, who do you pick?
Like, who are you picking?
500Kers? That's how it's looking at the
I'm
moment.
sick of spending that money. We got the Toby Murray,
Wasn't
at number one.
Wasn't my pick.
Yeah, but
he
-3. He's done 2 almost 70s in a row, averaging 70 in his last 2. Two good matchups.
He will make money. His job security is there.
Yeah.
And that's probably what puts him at number one above everyone else.
Time.
Scoring pedigree, probably not.
No.
But he's making money for sure.
Number 2, Sullivan Roby, your boy Drewy.
My man, coming in for me this week.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good for a 60, I reckon.
He's going to have Dyson Sharp's CBA shares.
Yeah.
He will be massive, I reckon.
Yeah.
When I say massive, I mean for a rookie.
Well, massive for a rookie.
He'll be 70 to 80 this week, and I reckon he'll
reckon?
kick a couple goals in it too.
Right,
Yep.
I like it. And then Arthur Jones, number 3, break even at 16. He is cemented in the Bulldogs team, Artie Jones, so he will keep playing there.
He was affected by injury too.
Yeah, slow burn. He'll be a slow burn. But he'll make money.
I don't even think he'll be a slow burn. I think he'll get to 600K pretty comfortably.
Oh yeah, he will, but I reckon it'll be a little bit slow.
I think
give it time.
I love his consistency. Injury or not, he's been able to do 60s every week. So as an F6 option, really nice. I like that one.
Okay, let's get into your top 5 trade-in targets, and then we'll get into our pot of the week after that.
All right. Once again, I've gone rogue.
Yep.
So we're going to go 5 to 1 again. We're going to start with number 5, your man, Sam Durham.
Yeah, bring him in this week.
I love watching this guy play.
Yeah, he just wants the ball.
He's very entertaining. He is a fucking bull. He just runs and bulldozes everybody and doesn't give a shit who is in the way. He is great to watch. The CBA share is obviously the one factor you got to keep in mind with Durham, that with the higher CBAs is what allows him to score well. But he has them, and he will continue to have them, I reckon.
Yep, 100%.
But he is my number 5 trade-in option. Number 4 is going to be a bit of a 2-for-1 deal for him. But Carl Amon sits at number 4 for me. He is very lowly owned.
Yeah, rogue.
Very lowly owned, very rogue. But I don't know if you've seen the Hawks defense matchups coming up.
Good.
He has the juiciest, a green mile, some might say, of matchups for defenders. He's coming off 3 tons in a row. And his break-even 60. He has the easiest matchups coming up, including Melbourne twice. So I think he'll be a really good pick.
Yeah, I think he will too.
Number 3, I've done it again this week, is Lachie Whitfield.
Lachlan.
Yeah, he has just proved that he is the general back there. Hopefully not permanently, but killed Lachie Ash's scoring. So Lachie Whitfield is able to do what he wants back there. Number 2 is Archie Roberts. So the only reason he's number 2 and not number 1 is because I have someone that's a little bit better value.
Yeah.
Archie Roberts is technically value.
Yeah.
He is priced at 110. His break-even is 100.
Yeah,
and he has 5 of the easiest matchups coming up.
Yeah, he'll be
And
good.
he's coming off how many 150 pluses?
A lot.
4, I think. So, and I know because I've been counting them when I don't own them.
I just have them.
That'll change now. Here's number 2 priority for this week.
And number 1.
Marcus Bontempelli.
Yeah, you got to bring him in.
Sitting at under $1 million, he has well and truly proved that he is not under an injury cloud.
Yeah, he's fine.
He is good to go, and he can be your next big midfield upgrade.
Yep, I 100% agree. I like him. Okay, let's get into our pod of the week. Let's go into our ones from last year. So a reminder, I had Jack Crisp at a 0.6% ownership, and Dewey had Josh Worrell at a 3.1% ownership. I actually got a win in this one.
Yeah,
Thank
8 points.
God, 8-point win. Jack Crisp, 96 with Pendlebury. Big milestone game. I knew Crispy was going to get up for him. One of his good mates. Good from him.
You just got a good word in.
Yeah, I've been chatting to him recently. I called him a few times.
Had him on the phone, eh?
Yeah.
Love it.
I knew he'd be good.
Yeah, Worrell, I just picked the wrong Adelaide defender. If I just picked Wayne go away, or...
Yeah, but at least Worrell was a bit more fun, you know. Like,
he's fun.
We had some nice rogue ones in
That's
there.
what we like with Pod of the Week.
Yeah,
You got to
so
pick fun picks.
And we're going rogue again this week.
I could not be more confident with my Pod of the Week.
I reckon I'm going to beat you this week.
You reckon?
Yeah, I've gone Luke Parker, 1.34% ownership.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lukey Parker. I think
he's cemented in that backline spot.
Backline. He's loving it. He's doing everything.
He's arguably all-Australian at the moment.
North have got Adelaide. Give up points to defenders.
I don't mind it.
I'm feeling good about Lukey Parker.
I do not mind that at all. I'm pretty sure he did really well last year against them as well.
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah,
But he was playing pure midfield.
That's a very nice research.
Thank you, I like it.
I rate it. Mine is part of my top 5 trading targets.
Like,
As I mentioned, 2-for-1 deal. I am so hot on Carl Amon this week.
Would you bring him in next week if you
I
had the
would.
opportunity? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think his run is just too good to ignore. I was looking at the likes of Impey and Sicily and that, but they're not doing what Amon is doing. He's hit 3 tons in a row.
Break even of 60. Last 3 average 115.
I would argue that he's actually a better pick than Bailey Dale.
I like it.
I really like him. And his next few fixtures, if you just quickly have a look, it starts with Melbourne this week, but then it will move into... who's it move into? So it moves into Adelaide at UTAS.
Give up points.
St Kilda.
Give up points. Give up points.
Bulldogs. Suns.
Give up points.
Giants. Melbourne again.
Well, Giants have recently been giving up points as well.
Well, look at John Noble. Look at Roberts.
Yeah.
Yep. Melbourne again. Carlton. Richmond. Bombers.
Like an actually unreal...
They don't have a tough run until round 21.
Yeah, which is ridiculous
I'm looking at him.
It is only round 9.
He is going to be a great pod. And if you buy any pod of the week from any podcast that we've done so far, it is Carl Amon.
Jump on.
You watch a 120 from Amon this week.
Hold Andrew to it. Hold him to it. Okay, let's finish this podcast off. Let's get into our trades for this week.
What are you doing,
They better
Benji?
be big. These better be big for me. I need something big here. So, I'm getting rid of the parasite, Josh Rochelle. I can't have him in my team anymore. He's averaging 60 for me for the past month. I can't do it. Yeah. I'm bringing in Sam Durham for him.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that Durham can average close to that 80-90 range, and that'd be such a big upgrade.
With the CBAs, definitely
making money and going up. Second trade out is Jack Steele. And I'm bringing in the Bont, your number one man for the trade and target. I got to have the Bont. I don't have any big dogs. I don't have Bailey Smith, Nick Dacos, or I didn't have the Bont before. Like, I need someone that I can just put the captaincy on besides Archie Roberts.
Roberts, yeah. Well, I've kind of done similar, but I'm chasing Archie Roberts.
Yeah.
Because I've scored so well so far.
Yeah.
And I'm currently ranked, 2,700th, and I haven't owned Archie Roberts.
Yeah.
Now is the time, I think. So my ways of getting there, I'm going to be going Jacob Farrow to Sullivan Roby. Mm-hmm. He'll be fielded as my F6 over Gothard. Then I'll be going Jack Steele to Archie Roberts, and that leaves me 16k in the bank.
Yep, beautiful.
That also means my top 3 defenders are Roberts, Whitfield, and Ash, which I'm really happy with. So
good.
Nah, loving it. And loving our trades this week, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to be really good.
I think Bont and I think Roberts are due for big games this week.
And let's just hope for no carnage this week.
Oh, can we please just have no carnage?
Fantasy God, we need some help from you this week.
You have no idea how hard it is to rock up to the pod when we're having absolute the shit kicked out of us.
Just stinkers.
Yeah, it's not fun. So I'm hoping that the fantasy gods are real kind to us.
They can do something nice for us. I have a feeling they will.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I love it. All right, well, thank you guys for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok, answering or putting your questions in on any posts that we have or our story. Make sure you're looking out for that.
Yep. Every Wednesday we do our game day ready. So we post all the content on the Instagram, but we also do those stories every Monday for your questions and trades. We might do one on the Sunday as well.
Yeah,
just to get a bunch of questions. Yeah.
We will answer every single question that's asked of us.
Guys, if no one asks questions, we're just going to ask ourselves questions.
Yeah, we literally will. So.
About our shit team, which we don't want to dwell in too much. We'd rather talk about your teams instead. So let us know in the comments, but thank you so much for joining us this week, and go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
We need a win.
We need a win big time. Cheers, guys.